What is up, Call of Dragons fam? Today we got new heroes here in Call of Dragons. The first hero is Kinnara, and the second hero is Velyn. These two new heroes are distance hero, basically a range. You can see that the Kinnara hero is a marksman, and then Velyn is a magic hero. So I kind of like Velyn already since he is a magic hero. But today we're going to break down and talk about Kinnara and Velyn. I like the new update. It looks powerful. It looks like it's going to make a lot of difference in the field on fighting. So this is going to be very interesting for those players who are investing into marksmen and as well as investing into magic heroes. Now, it is also important to watch this video because if you are a tank or you are cavalry, you might want to see this video as well because there's few things in here that you need to be aware as you fight into combat seeing Kinnara and Velyn in Call of Dragons. By the way, my name is Shinchi42. If you like Call of Dragons content, consider subscribing, and as you subscribe, turn your notification on so you are going to be updated and you're not going to miss out on any of our uploads for Call of Dragons. You guys can also join our Discord. The link is going to be in the description below. When you join Discord, you will be notified as well whenever we upload Call of Dragons content. And by the way, as I've made in my previous video, I am using BlueStacks as an emulator to play my Call of Dragons on my computer. So if you would like to play Call of Dragons on your computer, you guys can consider using BlueStacks. Among other emulators that are out there, BlueStacks is the best emulator that I have experienced by far, and it is very smooth. And I've also made a video about the best settings for BlueStacks. Now, I highly recommend that you guys use the affiliate link that I have below. That is for me for recommending you to BlueStacks, and as well as that link will directly put you to the most up-to-date BlueStacks. So as you can see, we have the most up-to-date BlueStacks in here in the version. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about Kinnara first. Kinnara is a marksman hero here. So looking into the legendary heroes in here, the only marksman that we can see is Nico. Nico is a marksman, engineering, and precision. Now, with Kinnara, this is a marksman, PvP, and control. This is very interesting because Nico is cool, but with Nico being an engineering hero, it kind of lacks onto that PvP aspect, when we compare that to Kinnara. First, let's take a look into Kinnara. Let's talk about the viable pairings that we can also do with Kinnara. Now, the active skill of Kinnara, this is a medium range. This is a physical damage factor, so you can't use magic units for this one, okay? Kinnara will deal hero skill damage to an enemy legion of 1400 physical damage factor, and then it's going to inflict this control. Feeble, decreasing all damage that they deal by 15% for 5 seconds. That's a lot. 15% is huge. That's kind of OP. Imagine this is also a distance hero, and it's going to attack at a medium range, and while enemies are marching, this is what I'm saying, if you are a tank and you're a cavalry, as you're marching, let's say there's barricades, you're marching towards the target, you're getting the skill damage, and then you're also getting your damage dealt reduction. So when you reach your destination of target, you're going to hit 15% less, which is absolutely insane. Now the second skill, while in the field, so this means you have to be on the open field, not even in the resource nodes. And you cannot be also garrisoning. This will not take effect. Kinnara's Legion deals 20% normal attack damage, a lot, and takes 10% less hero skill damage. Kinnara has a little bit of a tank ability here, but looking into all the skills actually for Kinnara, this is a term that they use in here, it's like a glass cannon. She deals high damage, but she is really more of a paper. Like, it's easy to basically break Kinnara. Now, it does have a hero skill damage taken reduction for 10%. That's really not a whole lot. You don't really have a lot of defense in here, even though you have one thing. It does help, but it is not enough for you to survive in the battlefield with just that skill to protect you. So if you are using a Kinnara March, you got to be sure that you are not the one tanking from every single damage of your enemy. All right, you got to make sure that you are in the distance and you are knowing how to maneuver, and you're letting your tank, right? You're letting the infantry tank, you're letting the cabs do what they need to do in front line. Make sure that you are in the back line in here, at least in the medium line. Now, third skill for Kinnara is that all marksman units in Kinnara's Legion will gain 30% physical attack bonus. So that's pretty high. Your marksman's base damage will increase by that percent, 30%. That's huge. Huge attack for Kinnara. So you got to make sure that you are using all marksman units, because the marksman units will be the one who's going to get the buff. The fourth skill here for Kinnara is quite interesting. Now, this thing is only effective when Kinnara is attacked. She has a 20% chance to gain physical riposte and inflict slow upon the target. So whenever she's attacked, she then increases her her legion's physical counterattack damage dealt for 30%. So when she's being attacked, she's going to deal more counterattack damage, which is quite good. It kind of it's not tanky, because you're not mitigating the damage, but you are actually dealing damage when you're getting targeted. So which is kind of nice, but still doesn't make Kinnara tanky. It is still a damage that is being output. Now, whenever she's being attacked as well, the player who's attacking her, or the legion that's attacking her, will then reduce its marching speed by 20% for 5 seconds. So this gives Kinnara a chance to kind of get away in the battlefield whenever she's being targeted. This is more of an escape mechanism. So let's say you're being targeted and there's barricades, then you can have a chance to retreat. But if there's no barricades and a cab's trying to chase you, I might tell you good luck. The cabs will probably still catch up on you, but you have to play it smart whenever you're playing range heroes. Now, the last skill, which is the awakening skill, we can see, or did they change it to additional skill now? Are they not calling it awakening? Yep, it is awakening. All right. So awakening skill is when Kinnara's Legion launches a normal attack, they have 20% chance to inflict defense break on the target legions, reducing their defense by 20%. She is definition of a glass cannon here. Oh my god. It is absolutely insane. She is dealing a lot of damage. Crazy. And she's going to inflict defense break onto the legion. Now, whenever Kinnara is targeting somebody, and everybody's targeting that as well, and then that, if the awakening skill is unlocked, then that target's defense is then broken, then that player or that hero will definitely go down easy. Oh my god, that's kind of game breaking in my opinion. That's interesting. Very strong, very strong. I like the update here for Kinnara. Good. Now, there are a few combinations that you can do. Remember, Kinnara is physical, so you need to pair it with a physical hero as well. All right, so let's take a look into some of the epic heroes in here. Let's take a look into Craig. Craig would be a good pair as well. This is a physical damage factor. All right, this is a skill damage factor. Basically, is going to be an AoE in here. Hero skill damage up to 2 nearby legions. Also, hero skill damage bonus in here from Craig. Now, the march speed, you will gain this after the battle ends. You'll get march speed. Allows you to get away as well. Now, also, Craig gives you a 10% legion attack here, but you're not going to get this defense if it's not a flying unit, which you can use a flying unit, but it won't work. You need to have a marksman units, basically the archer units. I think the best epic pair for Kinnara is actually Gwanwyn. Now, Gwanwyn is much better than Craig, in my opinion, for this combination. Gwanwyn will give you hero skill damage in a succession of, this physical damage factor, 100, 200, and 400. It will be in the final damage factor. Good amount of damage in here. If you're trying to defeat peacekeeping units, if you're trying to defeat darklings and dark creatures, then you can also benefit from here. But here's more of the passive skill, 15% marksman unit physical attack bonus that will complement with Kinnara. And also here, marksman unit marching speed bonus allows you to kind of get away if you need, or march forward as well. Whenever legions have 50% or more, then you will deal 10% more damage bonus. So, in my opinion, I think Gwanwyn is the best epic to pair with Kinnara if you don't have a legendary one. Of course, when we look into legendary ones, we are going to go for Nico. Now, Nico would be of course, it's a better option. You are providing a higher skill damage. You also have a defense break in your inflicts defense break, reducing defense by 5%. So imagine that having this and having this, you can constantly cast pretty much a defensive break onto the enemy. You get 20% bonus for physical attack for marksman, and also allows you to be able to be a tanky. This is what Kinnara's missing, is that defense bonus. You get 10% defensive bonus from there. Now, when you have this skill as well, this fourth skill, it's going to increase normal attack damage bonus and counter attack damage bonus. I think the synergy of Nico and Kinnara works really well. That would be a deadly marksman march, in my opinion. You can see when Nico launches a normal attack to the target legion that has a defensive break, they have 80% chance to deal additional hero skill damage of physical factor of 200. So, yeah, I mean, just taking a look into this, right? You have 20% chance to inflict defensive break on a legion. So, you kind of work onto that chance, but really the synergy of Nico and Kinnara is really good. Now, how can you acquire Kinnara? It is through the arena recruitment. Let's talk about Velyn, because I'm quite excited with Velyn because I do have Lilia, and right now they lack a magic hero. So Velyn is interesting and I like the skills. So let's kind of look into this, all right? Velyn is the magic PvP and control. Now, look into this. This active skill of Velyn deals hero skill damage to the target and 2 surrounding legions, AoE. It inflicts freeze and reduce their marching speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Each additional target reduces the damage dealt to each target. Okay, that makes sense. They do that the same way in Rise of Kingdoms. But here's the thing. Skill damage factor of 1200, marching speed reduction of 20%. One thing I love about this is that the attack range of this is very far. So when you start seeing cavalries trying to chase you, coming at you, and you have barricades, oh my god, it's absolutely insane. Infantry units coming towards you, you can slow them and have everybody target them. I think this is pretty OP in my opinion. I will probably get Velyn. I'm excited for this. Now, when in the field, Velyn's Legion will deal 15% more hero skill damage and also gain 20% marching speed bonus. So that's something that I love because the magicians in here, the magic units in here are so slow. So this 20% marching speed bonus is definitely amazing and definitely helpful. Now, all magic units in Velyn's Legion will gain 10% hero skill crit rate. Wow. And 15% magic defense bonus. Okay, that's cool. But what's interesting in here is the crit bonus. 10% crit bonus. And these are high skill damage. 1200 damage factor. And I'm most likely going to pair it with Lilia. And that's going to be absolutely insane. Dude, that's crazy. I'm very excited. High skill damage in here. Now, the awakening skill or the additional skill, when casting a rage on the target that is frozen, Velyn deals additional hero skill damage, but then it will remove the target's frozen effect, so it's not going to be slown anymore. There's two things that I'm thinking of right now that you can do. You either work on all of Velyn's skill and do not unlock the last skill. It's 400 damage factor, not a big deal. Another thing that I can see what's happening in here is that you cast a skill, you freeze the enemy, right? The freezing is about 3 seconds. I mean, you're not going to be able to cast this right away. I don't think so that you're going to be able to cast this right away. Because it'll take a while for you to cast again, right? This is 1,000 rage. Now, this is only going to last for 3 seconds. By the time that you cast again, the freeze effect is already gone. Maybe it's not worth it to not get the additional skill, because this will then take effect if there are many Velyns and they inflict freeze onto the enemy, then you remove that freeze towards the enemy. But if you're just doing kind of one-on-one, then yeah, it's not. Maybe there's a little bit of a strategy that can be implemented if there is Velyns, maybe not many Velyns, targeting one target, because then you're just going to be removing the buff, you're going to be removing the debuff of freeze. So that's one thing to consider in here. We definitely need to see more happening in the combat to kind of make an adjustment here in Call of Dragons. So I've given you my number one pick, right, for my pair is Lilia. Definitely, no doubt, I love Lilia. She is super strong. Great damage, insane magic attack bonus, magic HP, magic unit HP bonus, just really insane amount of damage that you can do with Lilia. Another combo that you can do is Waldir. Waldir is also an AoE hero that you can use for pairing with Velyn. Now, there are also other magic units that we need to consider, of course. I've been a big fan of this magic hero, Alwyn. And now, Alwyn is a control just like Velyn. I really like Alwyn's skill. I think it's pretty insane. I like it, but many people have really directed me to Waldir because of the AoE skill, which is also I don't regret. Now, Alwyn, let's just kind of highlight Alwyn here. It's going to give you 10% magic attack bonus, HP bonus, 10%. But the control here for Alwyn is quite interesting. Here's what it is. It can ensnare the attacker, deal hero skill damage every second. So the probability is about 15% here. So you kind of look into the chance in here, but you are going to slow the target. So if you want to focus on full control, then you want to use Alwyn. The active skill of Alwyn also has a reduction of marching speed for 10% for 3 seconds. But if you do the awakening in here, if the target is suffering from other effects, deals magic damage. Alwyn deals additional hero skill damage. So if there is another control effect, then it's going to deal a lot more damage, and which is a good pair for Velyn. Now, another combo that you can also think about in here is Atheist. I honestly think if you really want to do more of the control type approach, then definitely Alwyn is your best bet. Now, Atheist is a magic PvP and mobility. Damage factor of 800 here, and also you can gain more rage, so you can cast the skill of Velyn much sooner and much faster, which you kind of don't really want. But I mean, it's like this amount of 60 is not going to affect that much onto the rage casting for Velyn. All right. Now, Atheist will gain 3% HP. If the Legion is composed of flying units, you get healing bonus in here. Atheist Legion gains 5% March speed, which is 20% of the max level, and you get 10% damage reduction. Makes it tanky. You can do that March, but I don't think Atheist would be the best pair for Velyn, honestly. So the best pair for Epic, I would say, is either Alwyn, which I would prefer over Waldir. Right, that would be a good pair that you could do. But I think if you are a spender, then definitely do a Lilia and Velyn. You're probably going to do Lilia primary because you'll probably have already worked out Lilia. But Velyn as a primary is not a bad option as well, because you're going to first cast that marching speed reduction, preventing enemies on moving forward. So that's something that you need to consider. Perhaps you're watching this video and you haven't maxed out Lilia, then maybe you need to do Velyn first and then Lilia second, because with Velyn, you also have the PvP and control talent tree. In comparison to Lilia, you'll have magic and skills only to work for PvP. Hopefully, the video that we did today is very helpful. If you have comments and concern, let us know in the comment section below. Anyway, my friends in Call of Dragons, I hope you guys are enjoying. Don't forget to hit subscribe, turn your notification on, join Discord so that whenever we upload our next video, you will be the first one to get notified. Anyway, I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you for watching.